Welcome everyone. So today we're going to do your compatibility reading. It's Monday, March 31st, 2025. So we're going to take a look at who's on your mind. Sorry while I plug in the microphone. All right. Hopefully I sound a little clearer. Okay. As I say, I saw Ace of Pentacles flip out, so definitely money coming your way, guys. Now, Fool and the Lovers in the reverse. Let's see if that plays into today's reading. But you know. The Chariot in the reverse. Do you feel like you probably? I was gonna say. It's going way quickly in my mind, but I'm noticing I'm not saying the words. You may be trying to manifest new. Oh, I was saying with the Chariot in the reverse. Maybe you feel though that you're kind of stuck currently in a situation. The Fool in the reverse. Okay, I hope y'all saw that. I don't know, probably not, because I know it really only catches this end. The Fool in the reverse popped out again, and I was gonna say again, and then but it flipped in the upright. So I'm definitely feeling, guys, like your thought, your mindset is already in a different place. Like you're in a different place in your mind than perhaps where you currently are. Like you currently could be in a situation where you're living with this person and you're working on your way out. Okay, the Sun. So the Fool, the Sun, guys, definitely positive energy here. That's essentially trying to call for your attention. Super beautiful day today. It's like the breeze that I get here is so phenomenal. I live in Austin, Texas, and I'm in the South Austin area, and I love it so much. It really has it has a good energy. I feel good here. Alright. Bear with me, guys. The cards need to get situated, and they're just not quite ready to go. Two of Cups in the reverse, I just happen to see. So it seems that you guys already know that you're not compatible with this person, right? But the energies are here, so let's just, that could even be just a pre-message, but we'll see what the main spread actually reveals. So this will be nice. The cards really want to be shuffled, so I appreciate y'all's patience while we do that. I'm not quite sure why my cat does that, if you guys can see him back there. I think I see his little head popping through. Or that could be the weight that I'm seeing. Yeah, I think it's the weight. Interesting that the Sun in the reverse and the Knight of Wands came out. The Knight of Wands made an appearance in my prior reading. So I feel like this person, whoever is on your mind, whatever the situation is, they're definitely not happy about it. They're not happy at all, guys. I mean, they're actually quite the opposite. The sun is not shining for them. So just take that as it resonates. Your desires. I mean, you've thrown the cup out, guys. You're throwing their water out. Page of Wands. This keeps making an appearance as well. And notice how I said the cards really want to be shuffled. So this really does tell me, no, you shuffled, but regardless, this is what we're going to say. So right now in the collective, there is some letting go happening here, guys. And I mean, if I didn't mention they're coming in as the Page of Wands. So I feel like they're more talk than, it's like they're all talk, right? And you hear a lot in the community, as people are awakening and just ascending and just really just building relationships with themselves and with spirit. I just feel like literally there's a huge energy of just really people just letting go of these weak offers of these people that are mostly just all talk. Interesting. I'm not sure. Okay, I probably would have set them down. Okay, this is how I picked them up. So, main energy in the reading. Of course you guys want to do this to me. Four of Wands. No, honestly, you could be looking forward to just literally moving on with your life, guys. I feel like you're thinking about travel at this time. And really with the castle behind them, maybe you want to go to like Germany. But take that as it resonates. I mean, you just really want to connect with other cultures. Just see different people, experience different opportunities, enjoy the different cuisines, right? The different music. So the challenges, Four of Cups in the reverse. The potential is the Six of Swords, and we saw that in the beginning during some of the pre-shuffling. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Also Eight of Wands in the reverse. So I'm getting energy that this is kind of coming from this Page of Wands right now. It's like they see that you've moved on, or that you are moving on, and you're moving on with your life, guys. And it's kind of like, funny enough, with their back turned to all this energy here, it's because they don't really want to, they do not want to take a look at the hard truth. But this person, it's just simply that they were, they're not a good teammate in love. And this person, I definitely feel that they lead with their ego, and they're very competitive as well. All right, everyone, so I'm back. My brother stepped in with, with some news. So anyway, it was good news. So I believe I left off on the Three of Pentacles. So this is coming in at the bottom of the deck. But it's really ultimately, I feel that you guys feel a lack of motivation right now. But this is a reminder to evaluate this whole situation from a higher perspective. And, look for what you can change within yourself, right? Look for that lesson, if you will. But, I say lesson. I really don't like to use the word lesson, because as I've said in some other videos, I truly don't believe that the universe is making things happen to us to teach us a lesson, right? It's things are just happening, okay? Things just are. Like, it just is. And it's what you make it's what you make of the energy. So you can either decide to continue to stay in an energy, right? Or you can decide, I'm going to walk away from this energy, or you can transmute the energy, because we're co-creators and can certainly, to the best of our ability, because everyone has free will, right? But truly, guys, I mean, really reflect on that power we have, okay? But so, moving on to the overall energy, guys, and the connection. As I said, I feel that you're definitely walking away from this person. You're no longer happy with their cup. I'm really, it's like you guys have spilt it on purpose. It's just like, I'm done here. And I think you're looking on here with the Four of Wands right now to better days ahead. To better days ahead. Right now you're feeling in the energy of friendship, home, community. And this represents joyful celebration. So I feel that you're celebrating this is a win for you in a way. It's like a loss but a bigger win, right? Because you had to lose this person, but ultimately you understand that, you're serving your highest good. And, right now with the Six of Swords energy and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, yeah, it's sucky. It definitely sucks having to be in this energy. But, you're really, it's like after this situation, it's essentially like you've returned home to yourself, guys, right? I feel like what I'm picking up now from this card, because this card can speak to the fact that you've recently returned. It's like you've recently returned to yourself and you're ready to lay down roots within yourself. And that's the first time I've ever said that particularly about this card. So I feel like that's a very special message and meaning. And this card also signifies that you guys have reached an important milestone. So it's like literally this situation, while sucky, and it's just, this is not pleasant, guys, but trust me, I mean, this is a glimpse into your future, if you will. This is a glimpse into the journey, the path that you can so attract toward yourself, and it's here. This is really what's coming through as the main energy, here in this compatibility reading. Okay, so now let's move over to your desires. Again, your desire is no longer with this person. You're cold now. Like it's like if you were to even see this person, or if you were to like even just receive a message, literally you would just be like cold and empty. Like that's really what I'm saying. Is like you guys are done. Okay, they've caused an emotion, like this is an emotional loss to you to have to disconnect from this person, but it's essentially like you had to. And again, this speaks to, it's like in this situation, they were blocking your creativity. They were essentially blocking your creation, guys. So take that as it resonates. But this definitely speaks to, separation. And that's why I said I think I said it in the beginning, that this is your doing, right? This whole situation, this was your choice. And you chose separation because, this card represents sadness as well, but after the sadness, it's like the sadness was occurring and you decided on the separation, guys. So you were vulnerable enough to to do what had to be done, and to walk toward the unknown and the darkness and the pain, and sit with that. So at this time, with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, this is a time to practice self-love, self-expression, and connect with your intuition, okay? And engage in activities that you love to get like the creativity and like that joy flowing again, just to reinvigorate yourself. Now, their desires, Page of Wands, guys, they want the easy route, okay? They don't want to do the hard work. They want to stay in this this energy of excitement, of fearlessness, and of extroversion. But they don't, that's exactly it, extroversion. They don't want to go within. They don't want to tap into their inner being or do the hard work, or take a look at the difference here in the energy, right? You're doing what needs to be done for your highest good and your growth, and this person just, they're just going to continue to do what they've always been doing. The Page of Wands energy typically represents failure to commit, an unreliable lover, and someone who's essentially on an aimless search for love. So, this person they can be hasty and impatient, essentially unreliable and distracted. So, at the end of the day, all it seems that all their problems are caused by like inconsistency. And so I feel, with that being said, it's like someone who doesn't know what they want, and I say that all the time, guys. When you're with an energy and they don't know what they want out of a connection, then that right off the bat means to me that if you don't know yourself well enough to know what you want, then you're in this relationship at the expense of my happiness. That's if you know exactly what you guys want, right? And I feel that this person somehow deceived you guys. That's why the Six of Swords is here. Swords representing pain. And I feel that this person too, they could think very highly of themselves. Really boast their achievements to the world, and they like to receive compliments. So, but their desire is very surface level, if you will. It's just to do whatever it is they can to keep themselves distracted, to not really have to think about the situation and the fact that they're being handed literally an empty cup back. I don't even think you handed it back. You literally just tossed it out, like you tossed the cup. So, Four of Cups is in the reverse, is coming in the position, in the challenge position. So the energy of this card really speaks to boredom, or like stasis. So I feel like with this being in the reverse, you guys are picking up momentum. Now, okay, so I was saying with the Four of Cups in the reverse that this really speaks to boredom and stasis. With the Four of Cups reverse coming in as the challenge, this is really you developing and you understanding in love. And with the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse, you guys, you're just in a really gloomy period, but you chose happiness. And I feel that right now you're starting to receive awareness. You're starting to just accept what happened. And, slowly but surely you are picking up the motivation and enthusiasm. And that's why I see the Four of Wands here. And that's why I really feel that you guys have been maybe feeling just intuitively like you really just want to go take a vacation. You really want to just get away, however that looks to you, because that getting away, you can do that so many ways. But with the Four of Cups in the reverse, this can speak to the fact that you're going to just communicate a lot and make new friends. Perhaps as a result of attending a party or accepting someone's invitation. And that's really evident here, guys. You guys made the hard decision, and you're still dealing with the pain. So give yourself time to grieve, but it's like you're not going to just you're not really going, I feel like, into the Four of Swords energy, right? Where you're really having to recuperate. You know, the Hermit didn't come out. This was really painful for you guys. And you guys may have actually come out of the Hermit, a little Hermit period or rest period, if you will. But either way, you're really in a good energy at this time. I just picked up the deck and Two of Cups here in the reverse. Okay, it was just there at the bottom. So I mean, yeah, you guys, you know, you walked away from this situation, and there was a lot of love here for this person. But regardless, you guys really are just going to move on. What are the next steps for this person? The Seven of Wands in the reverse. I feel honestly like they're just going to kind of, I mean, how to say this delicately? Like, I feel like they're just going to kind of go and indulge in their desires. You know, they're not really going to, it's like they're going to kind of just let loose, not put up any boundaries. Let's see how they feel toward you. I don't know, guys. I don't know if they saw you as an option. I don't necessarily think so, because the Two of Cups was here, so I feel that this person really had a lot of love for you. I mean, even here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. But they're just looking at all their choices right now. I feel like they're really just like, again, they want to distract themselves. Like this, you know, you could say this person, you know, is going on a destructive path, but it's not your burden, guys. You know, it's not your burden. Especially when, you know, you've already, I'm telling you, you've already, you know, you threw away the cup water and you decided to move on. What else on the Four of Cups? Alright, so the Star came out on its side. I mean, it's understandable, guys. You guys, you're gonna feel like you're going through a bit of a tough period here. You're gonna feel some hopelessness and some despair, but I mean, you did what had to be done, and I can certainly tell you with the energies here that you made the correct decision for yourself. Yeah, you're healing at this time, guys. You followed your intuition and let this, you know, honestly, I feel like this was someone who presented themselves in a different light than they actually, you know, turned out to be, right? So, you know, they came forward with an offer, you know, possibly even a proposal, okay? And so you guys, you could have been engaged to this person, or there were talks of marriage, or of a life together, but you started to realize, you know, that this offer was, you know, it was more, it just truly was more, it was all talk. It was more so about, like, right, you hear a lot, actions over words. That's really the telltale sign. And you know, you guys are following your intuition here, and just continue to tap into that intuition, you know, because you know there's going to be some tough road ahead, guys. I mean, of course, you know, with the energy here, it's going to be, you know, this is still fresh, so give yourself time to grieve, right? Because you're going to be, you know, you're going to be thinking a lot about the life that you were envisioning with this person. But again, do what you need to, guys. Just follow your calling, follow your intuition, do what brings you joy at this time. Remember, because the Ace of Cups in the reverse, you know, you want to do things that bring you joy and happiness and satisfaction. Okay. So I pulled more for, you know, the Three of Pentacles. Why, you know, for example, why perhaps were they not being a good teammate in love, or what is it that's causing this lack of motivation? But I mean, we already know that here, guys. Three of Swords, okay? They just really they just kept letting you down, and that's why ultimately you had to leave with the Six of Swords. And see what you can focus on now. Yeah, just staying true to yourself, guys. Speaking your truth. You know, the Page of Swords, this can speak to... This can speak to gossip. But I'm taking this more, maybe not necessarily gossip, but it may help to talk to someone, guys. You know, someone trusted who you trust with your energy. You know, maybe just to help you gain a different perspective. You know, just to be able to speak your truth to someone, you know, to an unbiased party. But anyway, I wish you all the best. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.